event, the whole season. And the teams in Australia that have this 5-day boot camp at the start, where they actually do no physical training, they just go through mental training, okay, actually have become the most successful teams in our football. Now this is the important part to understand, right? The principles of what we're teaching are applicable in nearly every single industry, everything. And now we go even further, right? We go, okay, I had a school teacher, okay, that's fine because they're teaching teachers how to teach, so that's a relevant industry. Let's go even further. I have a florist, right, who creates income from stage. Now, interestingly, this is her model. She sells flowers more expensive than every other florist in Melbourne. So she figures that if she's going to get you to buy from her, she needs more time than a, yes, come to my store and look at my flowers. Because if you buy from her, she's more expensive than any other florist. So what she does, she brings you in the room. And she teaches you about how all the different flowers interact with each other. She then teaches you how all the fragrances interact with each other. Then she teaches you the emotional responses that come from different colours of different flowers with different smells. And then people sit in a room and go, wow, this is such a complex idea. And you think about all of this when you put that bunch of flowers together to go to my wedding? Yes, we do. That's our job. We're here thinking about these things. And immediately, and from the front of the room, she's now convinced the 10 people in the room that her prices are justified because of the way she thinks about how the flowers get set. Even further than that, I have a guy who sells beds, mattresses. He sells mattresses. He brings you into the room and shows you all these horror stories about how mattresses can make you have bad backs, bad necks, bad sleep, snore, not have very good sex. Okay, very important part. Okay. And at the end, he says, here's my $5,000 mattress. And so I'm like, why are you going to pay $5,000 for a mattress? Selling it face-to-face on a one-to-one basis is tough. Put people in a room, educate them as to why they need your product, the sale becomes easy. And this is the biggest thing. If you have a product that people don't need right now, and like when we're talking needs, we're talking about the ability to survive. So we're talking about, okay, we need petrol to go to work to earn money, we need food to eat, we need water to live. These are needs. Everything else outside of that are things that we choose or desire. If you have a product that someone is desiring, you need to convince them as to why they should invest with you. The best way to convince them is to educate them. You know, we have a sales process, and this doesn't just work in a speaking event, but this even works online. If you have, like someone said to me, can you sell, I had a challenge from a client, can you sell roof tiles online? I'm like, roof tiles? Yes, I can sell roof tiles online. But what I need is you to give me the most expensive roof tiles that you've ever seen. That's what I want you need to give to me. And they say, why? I said, well, if I'm going to take the effort of selling roof tiles, I want to make good money from it. And I said, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to tell me 5 reasons why you need your set of roof tiles over someone else. Okay? And so what we did is we put all these people through a system where we gave them training on how their roof tiles were crap and how our roof tiles weren't crap. They'll probably be the same roof tile, right? But we trained them and educate them on the pitfalls of what is happening when they're buying roof tiles. Same thing here, right? All of you, if you're in business or have a product, you have a competitor. If you have time to educate your customer while you're better than any other competitor, they will buy no longer on price, they'll buy because they're educated. This is the key, right? You can sell a product at any price as long as you have the ability to provide the value equation to the customer at any price. But when you're in a competitive sales environment, people will choose on price. Okay? People will choose on price in a competitive environment. Take them out of a competitive environment, put them in a room with you for a little time, teach them something, educate them, provide them value, and then not only when you teach and educate them why you're valuable, they will then buy. Right? And I know Alex here very well, right? Alex, he has a course that teaches you how to play music by ear. That's your course, right? And there's probably 500 other courses that teach people how to play music by ear available across the world. Would you agree that there's probably even more than that? Yes? So now what we need to do is, if a client is choosing between Alex and Joe, okay, Alex needs time to educate them on why his course provides more value than Joe's. Okay? That time can be given through education. If Alex decides to give away a free ebook on playing music by ear and seeds into that ebook exactly why his course is better than anyone else's, he will sell more than Joe because he spent the time to educate them on why they should buy Alex, not Joe. This is the key. Sales do not need to be made through pressure, they can be made through education. Every single time. Don't need to be made through pressure, they can be made through education. So we get our passion and then we get what we know about our passion. Right? So you list down everything that you know. Because if you're passionate about something, you could probably spend some time, energy, money in finding out or exploring it. And what you know does have value. Okay? Now, Vince, is very well known for a couple of things when it comes to internet marketing, but he definitely, when he presents, he talks about the ability to get your passion and put it into an ebook, right? And then you get the ebook and sell it online. Well, I would say, okay, that's fantastic, but let's get your passion and bottle it into a course, and let's sell it from stage. Online is great. Online you can sell it for $97. On stage, when you have the ability to show them the value of what you can teach them, you can charge 10, 20 times the price because you have the ability to convince them. This is the most interesting part of being up here. The best part of being up here is you have a capture of at least 30 to 90 minutes for someone to convince them on how to buy your product or why to buy your product. That's the biggest thing that you have. In a sales environment, you'll have maybe 5 minutes before they walk out the door. Right? And I was very funny, I spent a week with John Lee in the UK and he kept on getting telemarketers from a phone company ringing him. And instead of telling them to go away, in the 30 seconds that it took him, he'd pick up the phone and he'd say, call me back next month, and he'd hang up. But if that telemarketing company decided to say, hey John, come to an event, we're going to teach you how you can get cheaper phones or cheaper phone rates or cheaper phone calls, now John's interested. Now John's going to attend. I had a friend in Australia, his name is John Patone. He runs an event every week where he brings business owners in a room and teaches them how all the phone companies in Australia are padding their bills. And how to reduce your, this is what he says, how to legally reduce your phone bill by making the same amount of phone calls to the same amount of people by just being educated. So he brings all these business owners into a room, educates them for 90 minutes, then offers them a $3,000 course on how to reduce their phone bills. Right? They buy it. And you sit there going, laughing, but if you can actually show a business how to take a $1,000 a month phone bill down to an $800 a month phone bill, they'll actually invest because it's a long-term investment for their business and it will reduce costs, reduce capital, save them money. If you can save someone money or make them money, then you're going to get the value equation that says they will buy. Now you sit there and go, well, mobile phones. He loves mobile phones. That's his passion. Absolutely loves it. Now we've got what he knows about it. Okay? Got what he knows about his passion, and the third step that he's done is he's turned it into a product. He's gone and said, what I know now is now a product. And this product he doesn't want to sell online because he values his time and his information. How did he know what he got to know about mobile phones? He sold mobile phones for Telstra for a year. And in doing that, he learned all the mistakes that people make when they're using their phones. He said, if people are calling during peak time, people are calling mobile to mobile when it's cheaper to call mobile to land or land to mobile. So he got all these different tips that he gives all these business owners, and they sit in a room going, this is real value. I didn't know this. I didn't know how the phone companies work. I didn't know that I could reduce my income like this. Bang, they will buy. So anything that you currently are passionate about and have some knowledge, we then turn it into a product. We productize it. Now, obviously, Alex knows a little bit about making love.